Hello and welcome to Tuesday. It really feels like a Monday, but I guess that's because of the holiday. We're going on a bit of an adventure right now. As you may or may not know from last week, I purchased some parts for Wigglgrams. It's a bit hard to explain if you haven't seen those videos just yet, but I'll explain a bit later and in more detail. But in order for it to work, we need to actually get third-party lenses. The thing I ordered did not come with lenses, and it shouldn't. But I ordered some off of eBay, and apparently they'll be arriving later. So I figured next best thing would be to call up a local photography development place and see if they have. And there's one about 15-20 minutes away from me that I just called, and they said, yeah, we have a bunch, you can take as many as you want. So we're gonna head there now and hopefully pick up some cameras. Let's have some fun. Okay, mission success. We got 4 disposable cameras, and we'll have some fun with those at home. I'm gonna go stop at the grocery store in just a bit to pick up cornstarch because we're out, and just to take a look and see if they have some cream cheese for my dad. So I'm gonna head there and then we'll meet back at home. Okay, we just got back from the grocery store, picked up some cornstarch, picked up some, what do you call it, some cream cheese for my dad. And right now I'm working on disassembling the cameras. I've already disassembled 2. And what we technically need is just the lens. So here's one that's not disassembled. I have 2 left that I need to work on. So we have this. And you can see the lens is like right there in the center, that little plastic thing. So we need to take that apart and salvage the lens. And that's relatively easy. You just need to pop this side open, little piece at the top, and that's pretty much it. Like, it's pretty much done. Here's what it looks like just by itself. You can see it's like not too complicated. If I just, yeah, it's like really not that complicated. And we get some free batteries out of it. I'm not so sure if I'll use them for anything, but I have them. So I'm going to finish taking these apart. And when the mail gets here, hopefully we'll have everything we need. I have some screws for this somewhere. I don't know where I put them. They're probably somewhere nearby. But yeah, we're gonna finish up with that. We'll get the parts, clean them up if need be. I should have probably gotten like a little grease or something to help lubricate it, but I think I'll be okay just for the time being. Otherwise, I should be good to go. If it requires it, I'll have to order some, but yeah, I'll finish taking these apart, and then I need to hunt down these screws because I have no idea where they went. Okay, we're back home. Well, I guess we've been home for a while. The 3D prints actually got delivered, so I've been messing around with that, and it turns out there's some work that needs to be done. Essentially, I had the files that were accurate, I believe, but at least when they got printed, they were slightly oversized, so I have spent the past few hours sanding down certain parts. So here's one of the parts. This is where well, it pushes down the lenses, and it has 2 little holes that you can probably see. I had to sand down the sides and this little ring part that you can see around it in order for it to fit into this piece, which is the actual part where the lenses go. And if I hold this up to the camera, let's see what happens. Nothing too special, but yeah, we took the lenses, we put them into the little, I guess it's actually, whatever you call this, the lens. We put them in there, and then we have to sand around this edge So then we could fit this piece on it. So this would go on like this, and this should be able to move pretty freely. I can't really do this with one hand. There we go. It's much easier with one hand, but there's probably some refinements that can go into that. And then the tough part is sanding down these little edges because they need to be a specific size and they're oversized, and then sanding down this, the ring itself, so that it can fit on here properly. And then once all that's done, there is another piece that's over here. And I probably need to sand the inside of this ring as well, so then it can go on top, just like that. And then once that's all set, I think that's everything. I believe that's everything. One little thing that I did kind of mess up, and unfortunately doesn't really seem like I can fix it at this point, is the I guess the lens cap. So this is the lens cap for the lens I'm currently using, and you would squeeze these parts right here and it would fit on the lens and protect it. Now like I said, everything is oversized, so I put these little pieces into this part, and if I do this, it's a very snug fit, so they're stuck there. It's not too big of a deal, and worst case scenario, I can just get these reprinted because it's not essential. But yeah, I can't take it apart now, and it should be moving much more freely. It shouldn't be as stuck, but that's okay. It's not too big of a deal. It's not that much of an issue. What I really need to do is just pretty much finish sanding this, and hopefully it'll be usable. I tried testing it a little bit beforehand, and there's some refinements that need to be done still. One of the major things is that there is light leaking from, so if I do this, hopefully I just did, okay. So here is how it looks. And you can see how there's like very little space between. The issue is that there is light leaking from one lens into the other, and I could either increase that space, well, I mean, like put a little separator in there, or I could, what else could I do? I'm not so sure. I think I'm leaning toward the separator part, because it probably makes the most sense. I don't know, I have to think about that, but yeah, nothing's ever easy. But I'm excited for this. 3D printing is annoying, but it's my first time doing it, so oh well. I'll probably finish this up tomorrow, so that'll be fun, but once that's done, hopefully we'll be able to take some interesting quote-unquote photos. That's where I'm going to call it today. That's where I'm going to call it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow, and until then, later.